Say something witty.
It's feature day, dude. I'll be Ginger my feature.
Witty.
Hello, 8th grade Liz. So, as you may have noticed, there have been no uploads onto YouTube for about 4 years, but recently I've decided that I'd kind of like to take up vlogging again. So, starting tomorrow, since it is sort of for theme week, career, what you want to be when you grow up day. Since in my little dream world, I'm a vlogger, and I've recently decided that I'm going to take up vlogging again. I'm going to show you a tour of how you have changed since 8th grade. Alright, so here's your high school. It's a pretty good school, I have to say so myself. Yeah, you are currently a senior in high school. It's March 6th, 2013, so that whole 2012 thing, that was supposed to happen, it never happened. No. But it was an interesting day. This is your locker. You've had it all 4 years of high school. Your music style has changed a bit. You remember how you used to only really listen to like pop and techno music, right? Sometime in freshman year of high school, you ended up seeing The Who on the Super Bowl, and you decided to start listening to classic rock, and from there, you started listening to kind of indie rock, which is a newer genre of your high school time. Start kind of branching out to all kinds of genres, and now you listen to even like classical music as influenced by orchestra, and yeah. This is the library. You learn to love the library a lot. It really kind of gives you a sense of peace, especially the Palatine Public Library. You actually end up joining a board called the Teen Advisory Board your senior year, in which you help plan for the library too, though you kind of forget to go to some meetings because you're a bit busy, so that happens. It's kind of funny because the reason you were inspired to do this was because of a couple British YouTube vloggers that you discover who are not Charlie So Cool like in Narimon, because you don't really watch those guys anymore for some reason. You actually were inspired by Tim H. and Bing, who are two vloggers who've done a similar thing to this. And yeah, so now you're doing this because you can. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't always dress like this, but it's currently second semester senior year and you kind of stopped caring. You discover the beauty of senioritis. It's great. Your t-shirt is actually for Writers Week, which is something you do 3 times, and it's a lot of fun and you really enjoy it. You're also part of an intricate family tree in which you have a husband and a wife and several other family members. So where am I right now in life? Well, let's see. Well, it's my senior year in high school, so I'm kind of focused on picking my college right now. You actually end up applying to a school in Canada, which is really cool. Very recently, you've taken up doing Photoshop, which is really cool because your dad actually had a program which you ended up using, and now you kind of try and make all kinds of really cools. Like you recently tried levitation photography, and it ended up looking really cool. So congratulations on that, and we'll see where that goes as well, because it's a lot of fun. Your grades have actually improved tremendously. Yeah, you've gotten straight A's a couple times. In fact, you've taken AP classes, which is something you never even dreamed of when you were in 8th grade, so congratulations on that. You just dropped the camera. I think one thing you've learned to do throughout the past few years is definitely embrace who you are, because throughout the past several years you've obviously kind of come up with your own style. You come with your own personality, and I think part of it was all along you sort of knew who you were. You were just a little afraid to let them come out completely. As a result, you're more comfortable with who your friends are, you're more comfortable with your social group, and you're just sort of more comfortable with school in general. There are still some things I think you'd love to change, but for the most part, I think you're pretty content right now. I'm not going to lie, in these 4 years of high school, you do have some struggles that you have to go through, but I'm going to tell you in the end it all kind of turns out okay, and you still have a lot of work to do, but you figure it out. And there's more to come, you know, college, you know, you're going to have some kind of social awkwardness, you're going to have a rough summer between sophomore and junior year. I'm going to tell you right now, camp, it's not as fun as it used to be.
It is not.
It's not. She can attest to that.
I've only been there 1 year, but
I've only been there 1 year. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something right now. You get over it, you grow a lot, and you're comfortable with who you are. You are happy. That idea of the insanity you used to face is still kind of there too, but in a sense you kind of realize it's not quite insanity, it's just anxiety. There she is! The one who inspired the vlog! Say hi to the camera, Shireen. How are you?
Hello, audience. Welcome to the world of Liz Regalia.
If you're still wondering, yes, you are still a nerd fighter at this time, though you're not quite as committed as you used to be. You recently did, though, put some kind of a post on a forum asking what's your story, and you got a ton of replies, and it was super cool, and yeah, I'm really glad you did that. I think another thing that you're very proud of is that throughout the past year or so, you've kind of learned to open up to people, and I think this kind of helped you a lot to feel more yourself, to feel more, well, open. It's nice to know that people can connect. And that's something you're big on these days, is connecting, which is kind of why you're doing this whole vlogging thing. It's just, you're still kind of under this impression that vloggers are these amazing people who can just open up on the internet, and it's just so, I can't even think of the words, it's just something you want to do, and that's why you're doing this. I think another thing you realize is people really aren't as different as you think. Even in terms of just regular situations, people are a lot more similar than we really imagine. We think a lot of the same ways. You know, we're not all these random minds that just don't understand each other. In ways, we do understand each other, and I think that's something that's become kind of a foundation of your current beliefs on how to interpret people, how to interpret the world, and how to interpret your future. And I think that's going to play a pretty big role in your life in general, too. This is the outdoor adventure room. You've done some cool stuff in here, like climb to the top of that ceiling and jump. Look how beautiful you've become. Not gonna lie, you could be kind of a mean person back in 8th grade. That was kind of your mean phase, but I'm gonna tell you a lot. You have matured a lot, I think, again, like I've said earlier. But I do think at the same time there's still a bit of a ways to go, but I think you've made a lot of progress. In fact, I think that's a lot of the reason you are so happy, is you've kind of learned who your real friends are, and even though they're not kind of the people that you would have considered friends earlier, you are happier with them because they're more you. My brain hurts! So Liz, though you have stopped vlogging, I'm going to let you know right now that starting this week you're going to be doing one vlog every week for the next year. So that's 52 vlogs in the course of a year. Why not? Let's see where this goes, let's see where I am in a year, and in a year I can regroup and see where I am then. So, here you are now. As you can see, you've obviously changed quite a bit. Even your room has changed quite a lot. This right here, as you can see, is actually an art project you've been working on since freshman year. You haven't quite finished it yet, but it's one of those things, you know? But, you know, I really don't mind if I'm stuttering or if I'm not the best film editor with this video. I think the point is that I did it, and that's something that I'm very proud of and something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And it's good. So, good luck to you in college, and I can't wait to see where you are a year from now.